Did the biopic capture Michael Jackson's genius, or did it miss the real man behind the glove? The Michael Jackson biopic tries to balance myth and man, but some facts land while others blur into dramatization. The line between myth and man has always blurred where Michael Jackson is concerned. When a biopic attempts to reconstruct his life, it walks a tightrope between honoring the icon and respecting the human being. Antoine Fuqua's 2026 film Michael takes on that challenge, weaving together moments that are as debated as they are celebrated. Some details land with historical precision, while others drift into dramatization. Here is a breakdown of 10 facts the movie got right and wrong, starting with a pivotal moment in music history. The film opens a window into MTV's early days, showing how the network initially shut out the Billie Jean video. This is accurate. In the 1980s, MTV's rotation leaned heavily on white rock acts, and Jackson's groundbreaking track faced resistance. CBS Records chief Walter Yetnikoff pushed back, threatening to pull other artists if the video wasn't aired. Once it broke through, it shattered barriers. But the biopic adds a dramatic confrontation between Yetnikoff and MTV executive Bob Pittman. According to Les Garland, then a senior executive at MTV, that heated exchange never happened. Garland told Billboard that Yetnikoff's complaints were more about other artists, not Jackson. So while the spirit of the struggle is real, the specifics are embellished. Moving to Jackson's personal life, the film introduces Bubbles the chimpanzee in 1981. That timeline is off. Bubbles was born in 1983, meaning Jackson couldn't have adopted him before Thriller was even released. It gets the MTV boycott right but invents a heated confrontation that never happened, and Bubbles the chimp appears years too early. The more reliable accounts place Bubbles entering Jackson's life in the mid-1980s. The movie likely moved the timeline forward to emphasize Jackson's loneliness earlier in his career, but it sacrifices accuracy for emotional convenience. The biopic also credits Suzanne de Passé with discovering the Jackson 5. She played a vital role at Motown as Berry Gordy's creative assistant, advocating for the group and even designing their wardrobe. However, the stronger historical claim belongs to Bobby Taylor of Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers. Taylor saw the Jackson 5 perform at Chicago's Regal Theater and helped bring them into Motown's orbit. De Passé was an internal champion, but calling her the discoverer oversimplifies the story. On the other hand, the film correctly shows Michael Jackson announcing the Jacksons' breakup during the 1984 Victory Tour. At Dodger Stadium, Michael told the crowd it would be the brothers' last performance together. This really happened, catching some family members off guard. The moment marked a clear division between Michael as a global solo superstar and his role in the group. However, the movie suggests he severed ties with his father immediately after, which lacks evidence. The Jackson 5's big Motown breakthrough is depicted with Never Can Say Goodbye, but that song didn't appear until 1971, years after their initial audition. The group's early appeal was rooted in explosive live energy and soul showmanship, not that particular track. The film compresses the timeline for dramatic effect. Berry Gordy's role as a mentor is portrayed accurately. The head of Motown guided Michael through the label's machine, teaching professionalism, crossover strategy, and the mechanics of pop stardom. The movie presents Gordy as a warmer counterweight to Joseph Jackson, which aligns with historical accounts. Motown didn't just release records, it groomed performers, and that environment was formative for a child star like Michael. The infamous incident of Joseph Jackson being fired by Fax is dramatized in the film. While Michael did hire John Branca and take control of his business affairs, the exact fired by Fax version appears to be a cinematic invention. The power shift is real, but the method is exaggerated. The number of Jackson children is another point where the film stumbles. Joseph and Catherine had 10 children, including Janet Jackson. Yet the biopic omits Janet entirely. She was born in 1966, so she would have been young during the Jackson 5's rise, but her absence is puzzling given her later fame. Joseph Jackson's abusive behavior is portrayed with brutal honesty, and this is one area where the movie gets it right. Michael spoke publicly about the fear and vomiting his father's discipline caused. Other family members corroborated the harshness. Joseph defended his methods, but the film captures the awful contradiction: he built a dynasty through fear and control. Finally, the casting for the Beat It video is accurate. Michael brought actual Los Angeles gang members onto the set alongside professional dancers. The idea came from Jackson himself, wanting the anti-violence message to feel authentic. Accounts confirm that members of rival gangs were recruited, while trained dancers handled the choreography. The biopic weaves truth and fiction together, leaving viewers to decide whether it honors Michael's legacy or bends it too far. What remains clear is that his story defies simple telling, and every detail carries weight. The film sacrifices timeline accuracy for emotional effect, leaving fans to sort truth from storytelling. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe for more stories each week.